Hello everybody and welcome to another replica airguns video. Today we're looking at an Airsoft Pistol by KJWorks. It's the full metal CO2 Airsoft 1911 and this is the tabletop review. Now there isn't actually going to be any shooting in this video. I have done a quick preview video, so check that one out where I shoot not only this 1911 but some other Beretta style M9s, M9A1. Again, Airsoft Pistols by KJWorks. So check that video out. I'll put a link here in the video and in the description for you. Now this KJWorks 1911 is available in the Replica Airguns Canada store. And again, it's made by KJWorks. Now this version has the CO2 magazine in it, so it's the CO2 semi-auto blowback version. It's pretty much all metal or full metal. It has again the full-size dropout metal magazine that holds the BBs and the CO2 cartridge, which happens to be the 12-gram CO2 cartridge. It also shoots 6mm plastic airsoft BBs and holds 28 rounds in the magazine. It weighs in at 2.2 pounds or 980 grams, and just like the real 1911, shoots in single action only. It also gets roughly between 350 to 400 FPS using 0.20 gram BBs. If you haven't already noticed, it's a replica of the Colt 1911 A1 government issue, and it's unlicensed. Now this KJWorks pistol is made in Taiwan in the KJWorks factory. It is not made by KWC. It is not a rebranded KWC pistol. I will be bringing in a KWC 1911 to compare this one to shortly here. Again, we do sell KJWorks pistols in the Canada Replica Airgun store, including this one here I'm showing you today. Alright, let's take a look at this KWC version 1911. They are very similar. Alright, both of these pistols are CO2. They have CO2 mags. Now with the KJWorks, you do notice that the CO2 mag sort of sticks out a little bit here, right? That's just kind of the design of it. They do have gas mags that are flush. KWC has actually designed it in such a way that the CO2 fits into the mag and you get a flush mag out of the box. So that's kind of nice in terms of being more 1911-ish. This one does have the extended mag like that, right? So it is a little bit different. The mags are not interchangeable. Okay, they do not. You can see they are different. The CO2 actually sits differently in the mag, so they do not work in each other's guns. Okay. What else is different? Well, I'm going to have to say that the KWC version is maybe just a hair lighter, but not by much, if any. One thing I do want to show you is there is a little bit of slide wiggle. Not a lot, but there is some. On the KJWorks pistol, there is none. So it's just perfectly machined. Fit and finish is really good. And I've said this about KWC guns before, but you do get that little bit of wear on the high spots. You can see it there on the edges. Just the powder finish that they use, electromagnetized powder finish, looks great, but it's rather thin, so you do get that wear on the high spots. Now that does make these guns look, you know, kind of authentic, because guns, even blued guns, do get wear marks in the high spots as they're getting used. It's pretty normal. I just bumped my camera a little bit. But the KJWorks pistols, the finish seems to be a little bit more durable, right? So, and again, fit and finish is amazing. Not to say that the KWC pistols are bad. They're very good guns. They're a little bit less expensive. So you do get what you pay for, but if you do want a really high quality 1911 Airsoft pistol, then definitely take a look at the KJWorks 1911 and any of their guns really. Now, most of the time when you're buying from KJWorks, you're going to get Airsoft pistols, but I have noticed that KJWorks is starting to make 4.5mm steel BB versions for other companies. Now, for instance, Umarex has a Beretta, basically an M9 styled pistol, and I believe it's a KJWorks pistol that's been modified to shoot 4.5mm steel BBs. And similarly, ASG has their CZ75, which I believe is made by KJWorks as well, and it's in 4.5mm steel BB. So maybe we'll see KJWorks come out with some of their own 4.5mm BB versions, perhaps even in this gun if you're interested in that caliber. I didn't show you exactly what comes with this pistol, but you do get the nice box, KJWorks box, of course. You know, nice graphics on it, all that stuff. This is the ODT green one, so basically it's the green and black finish. It's a little hard to see in the light, but you have the brown grips, the green frame, and the basically the black slide. Alright, so you can maybe see it even better in the picture, hard to tell. In the box you do get this guy here, right? It's for taking off, for disassembling the gun, right? So that's for disassembling the gun. We'll show that later. It also came with a pack of BBs, alright? Airsoft BBs like this. And apologize, but I don't have the manual. I'm not sure where it is. Also, the speed loader that it perhaps came with, I don't have that with this gun as well. Alright, so at this point we're going to do a field strip of this pistol. Now you want to make sure the safety is off, the magazine is out, and what we're going to want to do is move the slide back until it's flush with that little mark there. Okay, and we're going to want to just sort of push, we're going to want to push this out. I just don't have any fingernails or anything, but that's what you want to push out. I'm going to have to do it kind of a little off camera here just because it's hard to get everything lined up. There it is. Okay, so that's out. And then sometimes you just have to pop that out with a knife. Once that's out, you can basically move your slide right off the front like that. Okay, so let's take a look. The frame. Okay. And let's look at the slide. Okay, we'll take apart a little bit more. We can, if we want, remove this part here. You don't really need the tool because the spring is not that heavy, and we can also pull the spring out, guide rod. Right. And then now the actual barrel will come up the front. Okay, so there's your barrel. Right, you got your hop up on here, right there. Got your inner barrel that would come out. I'm not going to take it out, but you can take out your inner barrel. There's your bushing, your barrel bushing. Okay, again, you don't really need this tool because the spring isn't as heavy as it would be on a real 1911. And here's your slide. Okay, so let's attempt to put it all back together. That would be first. Alright, barrel bushing time. There's the barrel bushing in. All that's good to go. And back on there. Again, line this all up where it's going to be. There it is. Okay, we're back in business. Very good. Alright, at this point, let's go over some of the pros and the cons for this KJWorks 1911 Airsoft pistol. It's pretty much an all-metal pistol with good weight to it overall, pretty much about the same weight as a real 1911 would be. It has a full heavy blowback operation. Basically, it's a full cycle back and forth, just like the real gun would cycle. It has excellent fit and finish, as always with KJWorks pistols. Has a nice high capacity, 28 round, full size dropout metal magazine that again holds the Airsoft BBs and the CO2. Of course, you can get green gas mags for this pistol. We may or may not have them in the store at this time, but they are made by KJWorks for this gun and available as well. That seems to be pretty accurate. I did do that preliminary testing, shooting some clay pigeons. I was pretty much able to shoot those clay pigeons and then get the little bits and pieces out of them, out of their little holders. So quite accurate from 20 feet, no problem there. It's nice that this pistol has the true working backstrap safety, just like the real 1911. Pretty much all the parts work as they would on a real 1911. And again, it has that nice, light, true single action only trigger that you find on 1911s. And it's field strippable, of course, that's always nice. A couple cons. Now the sights are non-adjustable, so if you're shooting a little to the left or right, You're just going to have to make some slight visual adjustments. You will be able to adjust elevation by adjusting the hop up. Now, I did find the field stripping on this gun is a little bit different than a real 1911, but not too far off. So that's slightly different. If you're used to field stripping an actual 1911, it's going to be a little bit different with this guy. And the CO2 magazine sticks out a bit, so if you're concerned about that, then look for some of the green gas mags for this pistol. Alright, that wraps up this review of the KJWorks Full Metal CO2 Airsoft 1911. Don't forget to check out that preview video where I shoot it, and I will be doing a full shooting review or field test review down the road, so look for that as well, where I'll test it on the chronograph, shoot it from 30 feet out. Again, we have this in our Canada Replica Airgun store, available for sale along with other KJWorks pistols. We also have our online Canada and US stores where we sell air guns, BB guns, pellet guns, airsoft guns, blank guns, knives, and other accessories. There will be a full written tabletop review for this pistol over at ReplicaAirguns.com, where I'll have additional photos for you to check out. So come visit us there if you can. And also subscribe if you haven't already, and check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Username is Replica Airguns. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.